our first guest on this show and on the old show. Look at that, by God, right there.
Oh, look at that.
Now in his 30th year of late night,
Well, really, once you get 4, you kind of get the idea.
David Letterman has entertained audiences longer than his idol, Johnny Carson,
All right.
but hasn't always enjoyed the spoils of his success.
There was a moment in which you had, you worried about things and you had a certain battle with depression too.
Yeah.
And you found out medication can go a long way.
Yes, and always quite skeptical about it. And my friend and Dr. Lou Aroni, 20 years ago, he said, you should take something for this. And I said, no, because I thought it would make me loopy or make me hallucinate or make me drowsy. And he said, I'm telling you, just try it 10 milligrams. So I went through, I had the shingles really bad.
Oh boy.
And part of the concoction of drugs they give you to fight that pain are pretty serious.
Right.
And I just got tired of taking them, so I stopped taking
cold turkey.
Yeah. And part of that created in me this nervous anxiety. And then I was really screwed. So that's when I said to Lou, okay, I'll try anything just to get rid of this depression, because it's different than, oh, I don't feel good today. It's different than feeling sad. It's different than feeling blue. It's really, like a friend of mine says, it's the world with 20/20 vision.
Letterman also realized anxiety had him gripping too tightly to his career and perhaps missing out on the joys of his personal life.
I wish I hadn't been so gosh darn single-minded, because when your focus is that tight, you miss a lot of what's going on around you.
Might you have had a child before?
Yeah, I think so.
Last night at 11:58, I became a father. Thank you very much.
I just thought when the topic would come up, I can't do both. I can't try to have a successful television show and be a father. And I was wrong about that.
Here's the boy right here.
Because as difficult as being a father is, it's entirely complementary with everything else in your life.
How is that?
Well, it's like you get your prescription updated. You can see things that you never saw before.
And you think of things other than yourself.
You think of things other than yourself, and you recognize, and all of this is, anybody who's had kids
says this.
Goes through the same thing. But I wish I had like 5 or 6 kids.
Do you really?
Well, no. I just say that because I think people will like to hear it.
No, you do. You like it. To read everything you've ever said about this, you love.
I wish I have a little boy now. I wish I had a little girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Never too late, is it?
Look at me. You got a better shot than I do.
No, I don't think so. But it changed your life. You have said a number of times.
Yeah.
This kid made you see everything differently.
Makes you see everything different. But what I wasn't prepared for was the infinite anxiety that it triggers. You worry about everything. Yeah. I don't care. Just throw out a topic,
right.
Go through the alphabet, identify a word that begins with any letter that could be trouble. You worry about it.
That it could happen to your son.
Happen to your son, could happen to you. You could do something. It's endless. It's the old, don't run with that. Don't run with the screwdriver. And now I see my kid run. I say, oh God,
let it go.
He's
let
running
it go.
with the screwdriver. How did that happen?
The recent Kennedy Center honoree is spending more time at home these days and ceding some of that control he once demanded.
Wait a minute, my ride's here.
To the staff he credits with keeping his show a success.
Is there a risk at some point you will just mail it in, and will you know then that this is a time?
I've been mailing it in for years, Charlie. I can't go to meetings. I finally realized they were producing great anxiety. I can't pay attention. I think I have one of those disorders. I hate going to meetings.
Attention deficit disorder.
Yeah. And then when people start saying the same thing over again, I think and say, well, geez, we just covered that. So I don't go to the meetings, and I think it's for the better.
You're fresher and better.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's tonight's Top 10. Let's go.
David Letterman's current contract keeps him behind the Late Show desk at CBS until 2014. and on the air 2 years longer than Johnny Carson.
He walked away from it. Could you walk away from it?
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah, I think you would always. I know Johnny missed it because, like 6 months after he retired, somebody had a big party for him in New York, and he'd won some sort of an award, and people got up and did material. And Johnny, who had not been on television for 6 months or a year, bang, 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 right down like he'd had not missed a beat. Stuff out of the newspaper, bang, 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 bang. And at some point during that, he said, I'm so glad this is going well. He says, I sure do miss it. So I know he missed it, and I know I would miss it, but I'd find other things to do.
You know, my favorite line in that piece, Charlie, he said, being a father is entirely complementary with everything in his life, with Harry and his lovely wife, Regina. And you can sense that he's really very happy. It's good to see. Really good to see.
It clearly made a difference. I mean, you know, the idea of how dedicated he was, as he said, to having your own and running your own television show. And then the joy and the unexpected fact that he could do both.
Yes.
Changed his life.
How hard was it to get him to open up? Because he doesn't like talking about himself, does he?
It's very hard. I mean, I've tried for a long time and will continue to try because there's such a richness of within him to talk about not only his life, but the world around him.
No, I remember when you came back from the interview, you were saying it was so good, and it could have been so much better. And I'm thinking, how could that have been so much better?
And I said if I had more time.
Yes, you said if I had more time, it would have been so much better. I thought that was really, you got to see a side of David Letterman that you so rarely get to see, so that when he does sit down to talk, it's a very special thing.
The thing that makes him remarkable is that he has authenticity and
always.
honesty.
Always. It was also good to see.
And he's happy now.
Yeah, I like that. The younger David Letterman, how far he's come.